Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to go over this tragic story that I found out about this morning, but it actually happened on July the 10th. So we have 4 people right here pictured that is no longer here anymore. So we have Tirany Savage, 35. She's the lady in the blonde in the middle. And you have her son who's right next to her with the glasses. He was 13, Dayton Crowdry. Her mother, which is on my left in the black top, Kim Lynette Ebright. She was 58. And then you have to my right in the green shirt is Bo Eugene Savage, and that was the estranged husband, well, allegedly estranged husband of Tirany. Okay, and so allegedly Bo Savage, who you pictured up there with the green shirt, had stepped out on the marriage. So there probably was some, back and forth, whatever it is. And so on June 24th, Tirany filed a personal protection order. So whatever was going on, it was serious, the fact that she needed to get a personal protection order. So on June 24th, she filed for the protection order, but on June 27th, it was denied because of insufficient evidence by Judge Troy B. Daniels. And they say it was not clear if she, challenged the decision that was made. So allegedly he was having an affair, and I asked him to be civil for a divorce and asked him to leave house, and he refuses. She asked him to leave the house. I left and have been getting texts, so she left. So he didn't want to leave, so she left. So yeah, he was doing a lot of stuff. I mean, threatening, slamming things, calling her names. He won't leave her alone. He was doing a lot of stuff. So she probably put this in the protection order. So she said he has mental issues. He had stopped taking his meds. And she said that he had recently purchased a firearm, and that was concerning to her. That's what she put in the order. And he told her that he was gonna, take himself out. And she was in fear of her life and her son's life, because I don't think he may have been the father of her son, because they have a different name. I'm not sure, but I don't believe he was. Might be mistaken, but I don't think, if I'm looking at the last names. So, Judge, what his name is, Troy B. Daniels, denied it and said, you can go to divorce case. You could open a divorce case and then get a restraining order, or you could get a restraining order against him. So on July 7th, 3 days before she's gone, she filed for a divorce from Bo, because obviously she couldn't take it anymore. He was doing all kind of stuff. And like within 2 weeks of her filing the protection order, and within 3 days of filing for divorce, her son, her mom, and this man are gone. And it's alleged that he did it. It was her. She had just joined a fitness group, and she was losing weight. She was losing, she was keeping up with her goals. So obviously, how dare she leave him, even though he stepped out on her, and then you losing weight, and I won't be able to enjoy your weight loss. You're gonna go to somebody else, and whatever other things that this man was telling himself or whatever, and he took her out. I know people be saying mental health issues. Some people do have mental health issues, but a lot of times it's because it's the evil in a person's heart, and then you whatever people call it mental health issues. I call it something else, but it's something in the person's heart that's not right at all. It's not right. It's not right. It's not good. There's nothing good about it. They are supposedly in better days, if maybe, because sometimes you don't know. You could see the person smiling, and it's no, it's not that. It's not how it seems. They may seem happy, but it may not be that. And I don't think the family has set up a GoFundMe as of, because I got this morning. So I don't think they have set up a GoFundMe. It seemed that they did a Facebook fundraiser. And this lady is her cousin, I believe, because she called Tirany's mother her aunt. So this may be her cousin. But she has the same last name as the mom. And yeah, I didn't see a GoFundMe. I saw a Facebook fundraiser. This is the page. You can go and verify. So, and what to say about this? This is such a tragic story. But a lot of these things is really preventative. Because especially if you're going to get a order of protection, restraining order. I was under the impression it was the same thing, maybe they're not. But you're going to file for divorce. That you have to know, you have to prepare yourself. You may lose your life. Literally, you may lose your life. You may lose a limb. Your life may be changed forever. These things, that's why I'm an advocate. Recognize crazy early. Recognize some of these signs. Because sometimes people, I've heard, like, people who help with DV situations, they say, oh, if the person want to see your phone, they want to know where you at and different things like that, you need to get away. But the thing what people don't understand, by that time, you have already bonded with that person, whether by spending so much time with them, whether by getting into sexual relations with them, having a child with them, you have already bonded. So it makes it even more difficult to get away from this person. Sometimes you end up getting away because you're just fed up, you're just tired of being used or putting your hands put on you, cheated on or whatever. But you have to know your life could be in danger. Because after I had got a restraining order one time, and after getting the restraining order was a series of events to take me out of this world, me and my kids. And one incident was with a car. And till this day, I don't even know why I'm still here, but God knows. But getting those, I'm not saying for you not to get it. I'm not saying for you not to get it. But if you are going to get it, you need to amp up your security. You need to change your routines. And I could say, getting a weapon is a good thing. But God forbid you in that situation. Sometimes you know what you're supposed to do, but fear. You don't ever want to be in a situation like that. Fear grips you, and like your mind is blank. You don't know what to do. You may have a weapon. You may know what to do. You may have like a panic button or whatever, and fear just grips you. But one thing my mother always told me, so you could always run to God. You could always run to God. When you mess up, people don't want to deal with you. Especially if they was telling you about this guy and stuff like that. You kind of, some family members, friends, you can't even go to. But God don't do that to you. You could always run back. And maybe that was the reason why I'm still alive. I'm not even sure. because people could twist it and say, oh, I had this person that run to go back to God and they still not here. I don't know. We don't know why certain things happen in life. But we have to this has to be prevented. We have to know what signs to look for. What are we look how to vet people? And then when we have gathered all of those information, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do with this information? Are we going to stick it out and come with ultimatums or conditions? You know what, you have this, but that's going on with you. I'm not going to accept that this is what you need to do. And stick with them. And stick with them. Don't be saying stuff, you have to change this, you have to change this. And then the person changed for a week and then they go back and then you still stay with this person. You have to stand on what you have to be convicted. Hey, these are the changes that needs to happen. And for you also, you may have things inside of you too that needs to change, because both parties have to be willing to work together. And it's when with the information you have gathered, it's either I stay or I go. But don't be so desperate. Oh my goodness, this is my first relationship in a long time. Oh, we have a child together. Oh, this, oh that, oh that. And this supposed to be happening way before. Before we have a child, before we have a relationship, we get into sexual relationships. You have to be paying attention. And do not ignore your intuition, because some people may not show signs, but your intuition will never lead you wrong, especially as a woman, because your intuition is the strongest thing on the earth, because you bring life into this world. You need that to raise children, to rear children. Sometimes we ignore it. We think it's not important. But our intuition, our guts, our guts, something in my gut, something told me, don't ignore those things. Don't ignore that. I've said this story before. I was talking to a young man, and it was nice, very nice young man. And for a split second, as soon as it came, as soon as I was aware of it, it was just that quick that it went away. I just felt an overwhelming presence of evil. And it was like he switched. It was nice, very nice. And then boom, he switched to some rude and mean person. But I could have dismissed it. Say, But I was raised never to dismiss stuff like that. Never, ever dismiss stuff like that. But it's so sad what happened to this young lady. And I'm wondering to myself, I know sometimes there are some women that misuse the judicial system, the family court system. They lie to get what they want. That's why sometimes, in some cases, the judges don't know what to do, like where they're supposed to give order of protection. They don't give it where they're not supposed to give the order of protection. That's when they give it. But that's just showing you're just dealing with humans. But sometimes I wonder, do some of these judges have like a number of women that they have to sacrifice? Because some stuff don't make sense. Some things just don't make sense. And it's unfortunate that not only did he took out his life, he took out her life, he took her son, and he took the mother, allegedly. It's sad. But nowadays we have so many emotionally disturbed people. People just don't know how to control their emotions. They don't know how to overcome and maneuver and to process rejection. How to process certain things, certain things that happen to them. And then of course they take that out on you. And I believe he broke into the house. I believe that's what happened. because it happened in early morning hours. He broke into the house and took them out. And these stories happen every single day. These things are going on. I mean, every single day. We have a number of women every day. We have 24 hours in a day. In those 24 hours, in every hour, in every minute of the hours, every second of the hours, there's a woman that's being taken on. There are men that's being taken out also. There are children that are being taken out. Grandmothers, grandfathers, family members are being taken out. We have to know how to vet these things. We have to prevent them. We have to know how to date correctly, what questions to ask, what things to look for. And then whatever we find, what are we going to do with this information? And whatever decision we make, we stand on it. If you're going to stay, you stay with the person, you watch whatever you have to have things put in place. If you do this, you scream at me again, you curse at me again for no reason, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. We need to know what to do. These things keep on happening, and this little boy will never ever graduate high school. Will never ever graduate college. Will never ever have children. This is something. Anyway, that's all I had to say on the situation. I send my condolences to the family. They are very heartbroken, and to lose a family member in this manner, that's very tragic. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.